Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with Modesty. Well, here we are. I think it's Tuesday. And anyway, I have a little bit of a let's put on makeup together type of video today. And instead of doing the affirmations like in the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the affirmation as I'm putting on makeup, but I'm talking to you and mix it up a little bit. So today I will be using this various different brands that I picked out and ones that I don't use too much. And so if you're interested in seeing the look I come up with, please stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers. I hope you guys are doing well and that you're having a good beginning of the week. And so, I don't know about here. I mean, it's like really dark and cloudy and things like that, but it's just spitting at us. And in this location, at least. But I do know that Elisa up in Northern California, she said she's getting hit pretty hard. And I'm in Northern California too, but she's a little bit more north. And stay safe, Elisa. So anyway, yeah. Today I want to do something different, and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put on makeup and then do the affirmation as I go along. But you guys know that I don't talk and put makeup on really well, but I got to get used to that, okay? And so just before I get started, just let you know, I did already prep my eye area. And today I am using something that came in the box, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Brow Wiz. And I use this product normally, but usually the full size, and it's in a different shade. I use medium ash, but this is taupe, and that's what they sent me. And I actually like this coloring better than I do my ash brown, because my ash brown is pretty harsh. I think it's too dark. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and switch. And this felt a little bit waxier than the longer version. I don't know if that's it or that I just have to work it a little bit harder in order to get the color payoff. But I still like this color much better, the shade. So yeah, and this is one that I got in a box, okay? And the other side is the pencil. And the next thing I did was, you guys know my go-to base is by Mario. And like I said, I hope he doesn't stop selling it, because I did hit pan pretty good right here. And so, yeah. And then my powder is about to hit pan. You can't tell by the way it looks, but there's a big divot there. So, yeah, that's that. And today, as far as eyeshadow goes, I'm going to do the garden variety. And when I saw this, I just said, man, that is like the wildflower color. So why don't I just go with that? So let's start with that to begin with. And then as I go along, I will go ahead and tell you what I'm using, okay? But like I said, I'm gonna try to talk to you and do this at the same time. And I will be using my Riffer brushes today. And those are my little brushes, my natural hair brushes. And they look like this, and they're like that, okay? And they have little nice goat hairs there. Okay, and over here, if I look this way, it's because my mirror is there, okay? And let me show you the garden variety. And these shades are so pretty, so very pretty. I don't know why I haven't used it yet. And it was sitting in my drawer, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna use it now. And also, I will be using, even though I'll show it to you later, my NARS. And this is another thing that I actually got from Scentbox a while back. And I do use this now. So there's the colors right there. But I'll be using this mirror. So that's why I kind of showed it to you now. And first, what I want to do is I want to find a neutral color and use my big Riffer brush here. And this is Riffer number 15. I'm hoping I'm in focus. And it's this is the biggest round fluffy brush that I have. And being that I'm just going to set the base for it, I will go with something that is more of my color, my skin color. And I will go with this color right here. Okay. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the affirmation that I want to give you is, the reason why I'm giving you this affirmation, to be honest with you, is because I feel like lately I've really had tremendous setbacks, and in various parts of my life, I guess, so I was thinking about that. I'm saying, I spent my whole life really trying to, let me get you closer, really trying to create something for myself. And, for a while there, everything was just perfect, but sometimes, things just go sideways and you get setbacks. And so as I was thinking, and I wrote this affirmation actually today, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And the affirmation I wrote says, I know that setbacks are important events that teach me valuable lessons. Okay? I know that setbacks are important events that teach me valuable lessons. And so that's what I wrote. And, what do you get out of that? Well, what I meant by that is that times you're going to get setbacks. I mean, life is not perfect 100% of the time. And regardless of what it is, what events might have transpired that actually you consider to be a setback, I mean, it happens. And it's an event that sometimes people are allowed to define their lives. And you shouldn't, because setbacks are just that. It's a setback. And usually, I mean, if you really focus on it and you really try to work to get that straight, comebacks usually are much better, right? And so it's really important that any setbacks you have in life, regardless of what it is, I mean, really take it in stride and try to work towards it and kind of figure out for yourself, why did this happen? And, this is what I do a lot. I'm an analytical person. I analyze the heck out of everything, sometimes overanalyze stuff. But, yeah, that's how I figure it out. And think of any setbacks that you might have had that, you want to work on, and see if you can get back on track and make that comeback much better than that setback, okay? So, well, that's that for now, but let's see. Here I go. I can't talk and do this at the same time. So, I'm going to go ahead and do something peachy maybe instead of pinky. Yeah, I'll throw the, me, I'm going to throw that pink in there somewhere. So I'm going to go with this color and use my Refer number 13. I'm hoping that's in focus. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, and I'm going to put this in my crease. And remember, these Colourpop shades are very pigmented, and you know that I don't, dust off at all. And so I go directly onto my skin from the pan. So it is definitely a lot darker than if you were to dust it off. But I like to do it this way because, yeah, it shows the true color. And I just, work slowly and back and forth. This is actually a really pretty shade. And one good thing about Colourpop is that even though it's so pigmented, that it blends pretty easy. It blends, blends out, and you don't have to work as hard as you do with some of the things. But you do have to be careful if you're going to go directly from pan to eyelid that, you don't put too much on your brush. Otherwise, you're going to be blending a heck of a long time. Okay, that blended up pretty good. Next, I'm going to do something very unexpected for me. And I'm going to try this green. See that green color right there? I should be telling you what the names of these are, but I don't have my glasses on, and I can't put on my glasses when I'm, doing makeup. So, sorry. And I will go ahead and put this all over my eyelid and figure out what happens after that. But that's the fun thing about these Colourpop palettes is that, it's fun, right? And yeah, and you can try different things. Okay, here we go. And this is not a bad color. And I stay away. You know what? I did promise myself that through the holidays, I'm going to work on greens, dark greens, emerald greens, all kinds of greens, because I don't use greens, and I never have. Greens and blues, I use more of blues than I do greens, and so, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is Refer number 2. Sorry about that. I didn't show you. It is a flat brush. It is flat, okay? And so as I was saying, I don't use a whole lot of greens and, a whole lot of blues, but I do use blues more so than I do greens. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to go out of my comfort zone this winter, because winter is a great time to do those type of deep greens and emerald greens and all of that, So I figured I'm going to go ahead and do that. But this is a little bit of more of a springier green, I think. But that's okay. It is what it is. I mean, I'm trying something different. Yeah. And I wanted to oh yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that I've been I was on Facebook earlier, and I saw some of the members or my YouTube oh, they are my YouTube friends actually, the Facebook friends. They posted some nice pictures of sunsets and also of clouds, and I'm like, oh my gosh, at least you know when it's clouded, it's cloudy. It's not like in between like what I'm getting here. And those were such pretty pictures, and I really did enjoy looking at that. And I'm hoping that we get some kind of weather here and get rid of the, you know, I know some areas are having flooding while other places are still dry. So yeah, it's kind of hard. Yep. And also this week sometime I should be getting all of my boxes in. I have 2 boxes that came in, one from Dermstore, and I think I need 2 more from them. And I got one from Bombas, which is the socks. But I think I'm going to unbox all of them at the same time because they're kind of like mini hauls, very mini actually. The Dermstore actually ended up sending my packages separately, although, yeah. Although they were one order. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's see what to do next. You know, I am so drawn to this color here. I want to put it somewhere. I really want to put it somewhere, but I mean, I've already put down an orange and a green, you see. So where do I put that, right? Yeah, so there's a gold in here that's really pretty too that I could work with. But you know what? I think I'm going to try this. Maybe I'll go with the lighter one, this pink here. Okay, and I'm just gonna go in there with my fingers and see what happens. And yeah, this looks really nice. I like this palette. I don't know why I never used it. I bought it and I put it in a drawer. Yeah, and yeah, I should dig out some of these that I have. Okay guys, sorry about that. Something just happened that hasn't happened in a long time. I ran out of battery. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, where was I? I was putting this pink stuff all over my eyes and seeing if it even picks up. I think it does. Yeah, I like it. There's a nice transition, I think, from the green to the pink. Yeah, subtle. But this looks more like a spring coloring. Maybe I should have done this in a spring, but that's okay. It's all right. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take that the brush that I put put the green, and I'm just going to blend this out a little bit so that way it doesn't look like there are lines here from pink to green. Okay, and I think I'm going to end it at that. So as far as my eyeshadow goes, and I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara. Yeah, that's it. But this is very sharp, guys. This is very, very sharp. It's like a bunch of needles. I don't know if you've ever worked with this, but this is kind of dangerous. So I'm going to not say anything while I brush my eyelashes with it. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab my magnifying one and do that. And I use this to kind of separate my eyelashes so that way when I put the mascara, that doesn't look so clumped. And this works really well, but you have to be super careful. Because it's very sharp, okay? Next, I'm going to use my Rephr eyelash curler, and this is the best eyelash curler I have ever owned. And that's no lie, because I think what it is that with this, it's shaped kind of like my eyes. And I have oval shape eyes, and so the round ones that you typically get doesn't work very well for me. Yeah, and so now my MAC. Yes, my trusty old MAC. This is starting to actually get a little old, and so it's looking like it wants to clump, but it's not even 6 months old yet, but I think it's about 3 months old. But this is the one that I do go to, and this is my favorite waterproof mascara. That's another thing too. I have pinched my eyelids before with these, and oh my god, they're so painful. Yeah. So I'm really, really careful when I do that. Okay, that's that. But I did notice that I do have a little bit of a fallout of the metallic colors here. And I usually don't get too much from Colourpop, but it looks like there is some around my eyes here, so I'm going to have to wipe that off. And also there is a little bit of kick up, as usual, on the matte colors. You see one right there is the one I used. And I believe that's the one that I used here. It's a little bit of kick up, but definitely some, yeah, some kick up on the metallics or the frosts here. So usually you don't get that, but I'm seeing that. And I have a little bit of fallout. Again, rare for Colourpop, but it could be me. And it's just that it is that way today. It's one of those days. So yeah, that's that. And let's see if I can go ahead and grab a tissue real quick. And I'm going to wipe off the little bit of fallout I do have. Okay, and that. Oh, and another thing too, if you're a creator out there, my YouTube buddies, I've been trying to find a way to collect people's addresses, not email, but addresses, like Happy Mail addresses. And so if you guys are willing, and I'll be happy to start like kind of like Excel sheets with them or something that I can share with you guys. And if you're in agreement, if you can email me your address, that'll be great, because that would make life so much easier for me to do Happy Mail, because I'm having to try to, you know, read people's envelopes and things. And sometimes my post office isn't very kind, and, you know, it doesn't come in really well. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so moving on. Let's see. Oh, my email address, so you can send it to me, is at the very, very bottom. Scroll all the way down on my details and I'll be right there. Okay. And the tools I'll be using today for my face are these little spongy thingies. And I got this recently in a box. This is the one that says it's antimicrobial, that doesn't have bacteria, or that doesn't get bacteria. Yeah, that's that one. And so what I will do is I'm going to use my Ordinary. Okay, and this is my go-to matte. This is matte foundation, because they do come in other than matte, but I got the matte type by accident. I got two of them. So yeah, and it's a shame I can't share it with you, because, you know, skin shades are so different for everybody. So yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it all over. Okay. Okay, next what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put some lightness under my eyes. And I don't really do it to hide dark circles like a lot of people do. What I do is I just kind of like to make it a little bit lighter. It gives it a really nice, like a, I guess, shape. And so I use the By Terry Hyaluronic Acid. This is the called the Hydra Concealer. And, it, you know, you push the button here and then it comes out. And there's a brush there, but I do pat it in with a sponge. And I really like this stuff, and I do have it on auto ship. So I have it coming to me every, is it 3 months? Yeah, every 3 months. And so I get it from the Dermstore, and they ship it to me automatically. And when you do a auto ship, you get a discount for it. And I really do like it, because, to be honest with you, it does not settle in my my lines like a lot of the other products do. And this doesn't dry down, and you have to powder it if you want it to dry down, or you can leave it wet and have it give you the natural glow, the young glow. And so you can do that as well. So it's up to you how you do this one, but it does, even if you put the powder on top, it doesn't, it does not leave lines like my other concealers that I've tried in the past. And so, like I said, and this one is more of a summer shade. So I do have a shade that's lighter that's coming to me. I think it should be here. Actually, that's one of the things I'm probably going to unbox, because it'll be coming, I think, this week. So hopefully, yes. And the reason why this is a summer shade is because this is a little bit darker. And in the winter, since my skin is lighter, I like to go a little bit lighter. And so this is what I do, just like that. And you notice the under eyes, there is no lines like you get from a lot of your more drier, or I guess products with no hyaluronic acid, and this does have hyaluronic acid, which also helps to plump that area. And I put a little here actually as well. Oops, right there, just right there, right above my chin, to lighten it up a little bit. Okay, and next, like I said, I do powder it, and sometimes when I'm not powdering my whole face, I will use the By Terry hyaluronic acid powder, the miniature. But what I want to do is I let you know that this has been my favorite powder for many years. This is like my third container like this, and it takes forever to go away. And it's by Guerlain, and it's called Meteor Lights, and it comes in this nice tin. It's and this is a medium. And let me show you how it comes. It comes with a little sponge, which I don't use. And you see the little balls in there, the meteor lights? Yeah, and it actually, the different color beads in here do different things. And so it kind of like evens out your skin tone. I just stick a brush in here like this. Like I said, I don't use the thing that it comes with. And I just pat it underneath really quick. And then after that, I kind of rub it all over the place, because it does give you nice like shine to it, but not too bad. And it doesn't settle into the lines, and I really like that. So yeah, and it smells so nice. I don't know if it's, I think it's natural, whatever it is in there, because I've never had a problem with it. So this is one of the things that I don't, very few things in life with fragrance I like, and this is one of them. So yeah, and plus it sits on top of my skin. It doesn't penetrate it, so which is good. And the other one is masks. I don't really mind it. I prefer it without fragrance, but masks and powders, it is what it is. So let's see. Next, what I want to do is I want to give under my eyes a little bit of color. So I will go ahead and use my Victoria Beckham, and it's an eye pencil, okay? And it's in burgundy, and it comes with a little spongy on one side, and it comes with the pencil on the other side, okay? So, okay. And I just lightly line and smudge. And I know I don't usually show you this step when I do my eye look, just show you the eyeshadow. And let me know if you want to see these steps, because I know a lot of people like, just let me see the eyeshadow. Okay, so, but yeah. Okay, that's it for the eyes, but now I'm going to move on to my cheeks. And this is the NARS. Like I said, I received this in the Chic box a while back, and here is the colors right here, and I really like it. These two are actually shimmery, and this one is not matte, okay? And what I do is I take the small brush, very small brush. This is by IT Cosmetics, and I just swirl it in here like this, and I try to pick up the color. And I use this to kind of like define my cheek area, and I don't do a whole lot of, let me move this so that way you can see better. There we go. So I don't do a whole big line. I just start up here where my cheekbone ends, and I move up like this. And this is me bronzing just like this. And then I'll go in here and start from the top and go down. And I just work this in. And the reason why I do it this way with such a teeny tiny brush is because I notice a lot of times when people do the bronzing, they leave a huge like a brown spot and they don't blend it well enough. And so I just use it on the parts that the sun would normally hit it, and then I just move up. And same thing over here. And next, what I'll do is I will use the blush actually from this as well, and the bronzer from the highlighter from here as well. So this is a small brush from IT Cosmetics, and I'm gonna go ahead and swirl it in here, okay, like so. And then how I like to approach this is I don't put it all up and down. I just hit it right here. And I come actually close to my eyes. You see how close I come to my eyes? And that's it. I don't come all the way down to here where, you know, you remember how they say, well, you got to do that. No, that brings your face down, especially if you're a little bit more mature in age. You see how high I stay up? And then I come to the part where I touch the area where I bronzed. And so you see, it's much more natural like this than to bring it like a lot of people do this, and it really drags their face down. And I actually have done where, you know, let's try if that's true type of thing. And I did do that one side in a traditional manner. And then, you know, and then my new way here that I discovered just from trying different things. And it doesn't, you don't need, like, it's supposed to be a blush, like you're naturally blushing. You don't need a strip of red or strip of maroon or whatever color orange that you're using. You just want a natural blush. And that's what makes a difference between a classy type of makeup versus, you know, one that you look like a clown. So, yeah. And so just very little, and then just enough. This is enough for people to see. And like I said, I do come close to my eyes to here. Okay. There we go. And nothing here, nothing here. Okay. And then I will go ahead and brush off my bronze, what I use for the bronzer. I'm just going to brush it off, and I'm going to use it for my highlighter. And so, yeah, that's good. And I'm just going to go ahead again, just swirl it in here, swirl, okay? And just above where I did the blush, I can't talk while I do this, sorry. I just tap it in. And if you have a good highlighter, you shouldn't see those lines. It should disperse into the skin. And there we go. So as you see, there's you don't see, you see the shine, but you don't see that sharp line that you tend to see sometimes some people. So okay, that's that. And now, did I even bring over lipstick over here? Of course not. Huh, okay, I gotta go get my lipstick. Okay, I haven't used this lipstick yet because I got it in a box for my birthday, I think, and a Sephora gift, so I'm gonna use this, but it is quite dark. So you see the color? Whoops. And let's see how that turns out. And this is by NARS. And again, it's something that I recently got for my birthday box from Sephora. So let's see. Actually, there's not a whole lot of, it's more of a gloss than a color, isn't it? So yeah, okay. Yeah, that's that. So let me see here. Good palette. Love the color, and I wouldn't mind using it again, but there's a little more fallout than any other palettes from Colourpop that I've used, which is really weird. And also NARS, and my Hyaluronic Acid by Terry Concealer, Victoria Beckham Burgundy Eyeliner, The Ordinary Foundation by Mario Primer. I'm trying to think all the words here. And a NARS lipstick. I think that's it, right? That I used. Yeah, I think that's it. So, okay, let me just go ahead and take this off and put something on my head, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers. So I thought I'd do something different. And this fabric is a little bit hard to work with, but it's suede. And I thought I'd give you kind of like a turban look. And I don't think I've ever done that before. And you know, you can style this any way you want. I kind of like to hang it like this, and sometimes I'll twist it over and I will do something else with it, or maybe I'll bring it over somehow. but or come back. And so there's so many things you can do with it, but I do like this look. And so tell me what you think, okay? Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I got to edit it down to a watchable amount of time. So yeah, if I added any value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this type of content, please do hit subscribe, ring the bell, and please select all so you know every time I upload a brand new video. Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers. I want you to have a good day, a good night, a good week, a good weekend. It does not matter when you're watching this. But what does matter is that in a field of roses, be a wildflower and never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.